bit about the different kinds of runs that I have in my week. As I add more distance, that is becoming more of something to think about, like what kind of runs am I using and how am I mixing up my training and how am I just kind of driving myself forward? What am I working on and how am I doing that? And just running the same distance every day that you run is not going to really cut it. And that's not what I've been doing. And I want to talk about key runs. So the way that I think about it and the way that you kind of hear other people thinking about it is that you have some really key runs in your week. So these are important runs which focus on different things sometimes that you really want to get in order to work towards a goal. So my goal at the moment is to extend my distance and to also work on my strength for my speed. And so one of my key runs each week has been a long run, which is generally a few kilometers longer than any of the others in my week. And the other one is an interval run where I will run intervals. I'll do some interval training which usually has a pretty casual warm up. Then I run quickly for kind of 30 seconds, then have 2 minutes more relaxed pace, and then run kind of at my fastest for another 30 seconds, back to 2 minutes, and so on. And I'm seeing some great results in that. I'm feeling good about my intervals. My legs are feeling like they are becoming stronger, and I feel like I can run faster just generally. And it also means that if something changes in your plan, you can kind of shuffle your runs to still have those key runs in there. Now these are more intense runs for me, and so I generally need to just be strategic about them. I can't pair a long run and an interval run next to each other in the week because I'm going to end up overworking myself, and that's not something that I want to do. This week, Tim, you actually moved when my long run was going to be. So over the last weekend, you got in touch with me and we were talking about running together again, and you suggested we do the run. We made a video on Saturday, there's a link there, and so that was great. And that was only 2 days after my previous long run. And so and it was a lot of hills. It was a little bit longer than I was probably going to go for that long run for the week, but we did it. I pulled up a little sorer than I would have liked. So my usual Monday run's a pretty casual run, but having a long run instead, one of my key runs, it was a bit more intense. So usually Wednesdays has been my interval run, and so I just wasn't feeling it. My legs were a bit achy, the muscles were feeling really worked still, and so I ended up just having an easy grass recovery run where I run a really casual pace on grass, which is nice and soft for things, still work, but at the pace that I was running, it was just really easy, and that was only 4 kilometers, so just a nice easy recovery run. Then I wasn't sure when I was going to get my key run in, but I was feeling pretty good the following morning, so on the way to work I did some intervals at a track. That was great. A good way to start the day, and I still got my intervals in. So that was Thursday, then I had Friday off, then I had a 10-kilometer run on Saturday, which has ended my week really well, and I'm feeling really good about things. So I added 2 kilometers again this week, which I'd said last week that I wasn't going to do, but got to the end of the week, was still feeling really good. Partway through it was going to be a 9-kilometer run on Friday. I ended up deciding to do 10 kilometers, which was not a big step up really. And at the moment, I run 30 kilometers this week. So I've got that kind of foundation now that I can add a little more. Next week, I think I'm going to aim to add just 1. And I might switch up my training a little bit just to see how things are going. I think I need to take it a little easier at some point in the near future. I want to give myself some good time to rest whilst not sacrificing adding distance. I have an idea. We'll see what next week holds though. Tim, I'm really happy to hear that you're finding running easier and that your training's paying off for you. You know, it's really interesting. I think that the Strava at least tells you that you're not working as hard as you perhaps could be, and that you're finding things pretty comfortable, which is great. And I'm really interested to see how you went this week. So I'm looking forward to seeing your video, Tim, on Thursday. You can look forward to seeing my next video on Tuesday. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.